Alright guys, a little bit of a different video for me because I've never really pushed a Google Chat kind of channel, things like that. Because there's tons of them out there and a lot of them really just didn't impress me for different reasons and stuff. But then you have that moment where you feel like you've discovered the Beatles for the first time, you know. There'll be a better compliment coming in a minute. So I'm still kind of high, kind of bouncing from something I just watched, and I figured let's shoot the video, get the energy, get everybody pumped up, and I really want you guys to check out what I saw this morning, man, because it was freaking awesome, man. All right. So what happens is that yesterday was a crappy day at work, so I ended up going out last night to make it a better day. Tried to end on a high note. Got home real late. Fell asleep on the couch. One of my friends messaged me, he's sick, so we're all not going out tonight. And so I'm like, well, I'm up, you know, and I sit there and I put my feet on the floor and I sit there and I think of all the regrets in my life that led to this very day. Nah, just playing. And, but, you know, I was still sitting there and stuff, so, you know, like I turned on the computer and I checked my subscriptions. And one of the channels I watch, man, a Southern Belle, if you will, Nerdlore had a video up, so I'm like, let's see what's going on with her. And to me, it was a short video, but she talks about, well, I'll be talking more about, you know, something, this book or something on Comic Talk, you know. So this was uploaded yesterday in the Comic Talk Google Chat Cast, whatever. Apparently, you know, it was last night. So I sit there and I do the little search and I find Friday Fanatic Takeover Episode 3. Okay, I guess that's the Comic Talk. And I'm just blown away with what I saw, you know, because I was like, oh, they know each other, man. There's a bunch of ladies there talking, and I'm subscribed to quite a few of them. I'll go over who they are and stuff, and my worlds collided, you know, as a viewer, as a fan of some of these people, you know. So, you know, cool, all right. So I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to this, and all of a sudden, my house is full of laughter. All of a sudden, I'm getting up. I start making pancakes. I sit at the computer on top of the refrigerator. I'm listening to this. More laughter. I'm starting to remember things, you know. I'm like, oh my God, she reminds me of Crystal. She, you know, this one reminds me of Michelle. This reminds me of Bridget. Okay, what I'm talking about is a bunch of comic book fans who just happen to be female have gotten together and they have got it right. Okay, I've used music a whole lot in my videos over the past to kind of like tell stories and use them as symbolism and how things have changed and, you know, things like that. A lot of music references and stuff, right? And, you know, Captain Strange Life, we had Elvis, and then like those, you know, those people came after him, they'd be like the Beatles and stuff, you know. And then every now and then we've gotten some people come in, you know, it was like Led Zeppelin. And ladies, you know, for me, this is one of the biggest compliments I get. It, you are my Iron Maidens now. Okay, you know, the metal has come. Okay, but what it is that they get there, and I'll go over who some of these people are. They're starting a brand new channel that they announced last night to start doing their podcast. The channel that they were using in the video, they flat out said, you know, it's all good, full support, go for it, all great. That's what it is, man. But what it was is that over the years, first thing we'll go on down the line, what I loved about it and stuff. First of all, man, you know, to get this out of the way, you know, it's always been a lot of talk about passion. I've been on YouTube for 5 years and stuff, and the things that people really want to hear about is passion. And the things that you guys were talking about and stuff, they were talking about video games, TV shows, comic books and things, and just, you know, just having a blast with it, man. You guys got it. That's the first thing I heard. That's why I stuck around. Then the second thing was, like, you guys are like a freaking Quentin Tarantino and Kevin Smith movie, man. I could sit here and quote some of the shit y'all said. Is that a link in my pocket? Are you happy to see it? You know, are you happy to see me? Is that a link in my pocket? Son, Nerdlore got me, man. She started talking about a PlayStation 1 game. I'm going blank on it, but I played the game. I knew what she was talking about when she started bitching about something in it. And then she did it, man. The Southern Belle sat there and she was like, damn, son, can you fuck it up anymore? And I'm like, rock star, born right there, you know. And it's just so much fun. And, you know, I'm in my kitchen. I'm cooking pancakes. I'm listening to this. I'm laughing out loud, man, and it's cool. But the best thing about it is, in my opinion, is that these girls are just hanging out and talking about things they love, you know, and they don't know how good they are. I don't think they know what they've got here, man. You know, I mean, and that is so refreshing, man. Oh man, they're just sitting there having fun and laughing and cracking me up, man. And one of them yelled, the one that the first time I really laughed out loud was they were talking about the Legos that you can go buy in the stores are ruining the. They're giving away the plots and surprises in movies, you know, with their sets and all this stuff. And I don't know which one said it. I'm sitting there making my pancakes and stuff, and all of a sudden I just, you know, I just hear, "Damn it, Lego is nothing sacred." I mean, these are my people, okay? So with that said, go check them out, okay? I'm gonna go over who they are here in a minute, man. But the one thing I really want to say directly to them and stuff is I just want to say thank you. You took me on a little nostalgia trip. I started leaving a comment, but it was gonna get all mushy and I was gonna come off weird and stuff because of the stuff you did. I've always said that I never got to this thing about girls in comics and it being a problem because I was, I guess, lucky enough now to where, you know, over the years when I was collecting and stuff like that, when Neil Gaiman's Sandman came out, that's when I saw girls really getting into comics, right? And then, you know, there was this thing where I went from Dungeons and Dragons in the 80s to a role-playing system called, oh crap, White Wolf, and you got to play vampires, werewolves. You actually played the monsters, and you know, a lot more gameplay and stuff. My girlfriend and all our friends and the friends I've taken contact from school and the girls that I've met in the comic book shops and stuff like that, we all played and stuff. It was like neck and neck, right? Bridget, Michelle, Crystal, Nancy, and just a few more of them, stuff like that. You were reminding me of those times with them, man. It was like fun, and they were just, you know, throwing out shit like you guys were and stuff, man. I mean, it was just a blast. That was a good time in my life, man. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, man. I'm like, it can still happen. It's happening now. It's great. It's like a resurgence for me and stuff. I start remembering stuff. And the best thing about it is a lot of those girls I'm talking about, I still talk to. We're still friends, and they're still into it. We still do. Every now and then we'll pop up and we'll do the Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff, man. I mean, you know, X-Files came on big time, man. We had a big chat about it on Facebook and stuff like that. It's still there. All this stuff is still there with the friends, and you guys just freaking, you don't even realize it's like you got that lightning in a bottle again for me. So thank you, man. It was so freaking refreshing, man. Awesome. You know, like I said, I'm high on it now, man. So just go with it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So who's in this podcast? What am I talking about here? Right. Well, first things first, their new channel is Female Fanatic Force, okay? So go subscribe to it. They don't, I checked it, they don't have a podcast on there yet. I'm assuming they'll do it on Fridays or something, but just subscribe to it and they'll do it, you know. Okay, so who's in this thing, right? Well, some of them were using their, it turns out what blew my mind is, like I said, it was like some worlds colliding. I'm subscribed to some of these people to begin with, right? And they were messing me up because some of them were using their real names, not their channel name stuff. So it took a little digging for a minute there, right? Which I thought was just really cool and stuff, right? So the first one we got is our Sweet Mercy. Mercy's little show. Sweet Mercy, man. You know, I look at her and I kind of see a Madonna of the group a little bit there and stuff like that. She was on there, right? All, you know, got her Wonder Woman gear on and stuff like that. Then you got Nerdlore, man. I've called her the Southern Belle, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she's the Southern rocker there, man. Love the accent, man. It feels like it could be from my hometown and stuff. And then we got somebody that, Hero Collector Lou and stuff. I kind of found her through there. I was on a Google Chat cast with her. I mean, we didn't talk much or anything like that. Francesca Bologna. And on her channel, she hasn't made a video in a while, but, you know, she was into omnibuses, and she's got statues and stuff like that, and she is so freaking positive, man. I mean, it's just her personality that comes out there, right? Then we got somebody new to me, Nerdy Girl Collectibles. Nerdy Girl Collections, excuse me. Nerdy Girl Collections. She's new to me. She was cool on there. Amanda Edgel, I hope that's right, E-G-L-E, Edgel. And then we got our Punk Princess, what I think, man. You know, you are my CBGB Debbie Harry days. That's why I kind of like digging watching you and stuff, man. You got that punk vibe coming out and all this stuff like that. Yeah, Funk Master Celia, you know. All right, so go check out all their channels. Again, Female Fanatic Force. Go check, go subscribe to them and get ready for a freaking show, man. Because I tell you what, it's one of the first Google chats that I didn't listen to just 10 minutes here and then come back, 20 minutes here and come back and stuff like that. It was the first time I looked up and a freaking hour had gone by and I didn't even feel it, man. I actually ended up in a good way wasting a little bit of my Saturday morning, man, which was well worth it, man, because that was better than a cup of coffee, man. So, all right, go check them out, girls. Keep it up, man. Oh, it was awesome.